I think the biggest part of their game plan that was most effective was their gain line success in their carries, 56% compared to 20-odd% last time, and that's through 146 carries. So that's a lot, 3 metres per carry. And then you've got your big dogs leading the way. You've got Artie with 14, Barrett with 12, Akira with 10, Kane, the skip with 9, and Whitelock with 8. And those are your big sort of ball carrying, and your leaders saying, this is follow me. And then what that led to is a controlled discipline. So it was a 14-7 penalty count, so double to Argentina. And we spoke about the last time when they lost to Argentina, it was a lack of incorrect entry because they weren't winning that gain line carry success. So this time they've got that 56%. Some guys like Akira at 80%. So it's an easy clean because you're already over the advantage line. They're having a backtrack. You can get those deep cleans. So then again, defensively, they're going to have to step back another metre, and that just slows their line speed again. Ball up with Aaron and Bodie and Richie, and that was where the game was won, but through that 80-minute chess match and the manipulation they did and the work they did and the energy they sat, because you have to give credit to Argentina. The way they held on that first 40, I don't know how they did it. Defensively, they were just holding on, and to go in 10-0, you're like, that's okay, but that was always going to pay dividends late, and that was through skill execution errors, through the defence pressure from Rico and Will Jordan, and then maybe a little fluky intercept, and then obviously the way they finished in that 83rd minute was just tiring bodies against fresh bodies that hadn't had to do the amount of tackles that Argie had.
It's Akira Ioane. Yeah. I mean, you are the trumpeting leader of the Akira Ioane fan club.
I am.
You must have been stoked.
Oh, mate, I was wrapped, but not surprised. I've been trumpeting because I believe in what he's done this year for us, but also the amount of hard work he's been putting in behind the scenes for his opportunity. We saw it briefly against the Wallabies, but man, he was a force. And quite frankly, the growth in his game around his set piece work, his line-out ability, stealing line-outs, taking line-outs, this just wasn't part of Aki's game, 2 years ago. And now he's doing it at test match level against, a pretty formidable defensive line-out. And then, his carry, accuracy, but also to get over the gain line. We spoke about 56% being great for the All Blacks as a team, but 80% for him as an individual. He's had the 7 line-out takes, his work to get turnovers, 2 turnovers, 1, 9 out of 10 tackles, tackling at 90%. But the biggest thing is that presence. And there was a moment there where Krema tried to push Aaron, and he just stepped forward. And there was no dumb pushing or shoving. It was him stepping forward. He got right in his face. He says, I'm here. And straight away, the situation was done. And that's what you want from your 6. If it's not your 6, Jared Hoyata made a career out of protecting 9s and 10s. That's why they're all his best friends. But you need that enforcer. And he didn't do anything silly, but he let Argentina know that we're not going to be pushed around. I'm not going to give away a penalty, but I'm here. And he got right in, and I just thought that was a massive moment. I thought it was just a real special moment for him in his All Black career and where he can go to as that All Black 6 enforcer.
Bryn, for you guys, you obviously do a lot of research on Akira, when you're going to play him. Has that changed over the last couple of years when the teams looked at Akira and the threats that he provides as a Crusader?
Oh, look, mate, we've talked about it a lot, and the likes of Hoskins as well. Having that ability to play off the back of the scrum, it's such a weapon. And look, every time we've played Aki or Hoskins, we've had that much preview around scrums around, close to the line or even exit kind of areas, and how much of a weapon they pose. And the thing that I really enjoyed about Aki is, we've talked around his improvement and his lineouts. He had the most lineout wins as an All Black. So I guess the growth of being a lineout option, a genuine lineout option, and you look at back the likes of Loms, Jerome when he was playing as well, he was great around the lineout options as well. And so Aki, the great thing that I've really enjoyed about Aki is just his maturity and his growth. I look at last year when he was in the Maldives camp, he had a complete different mindset to where he is now. And I think being back in that Blues environment, Jip, and I guess having Hoskins there as well to have that pressure and to have someone there that he guided around and was a great teammate to Hoskins. Look, mate, I think this is going to be a start of a hell of a little spurt for Aki, and
maybe has earned the first test at 6 next year. If you look at that,
I think the biggest shift that he's made is he won't take it for granted, and he won't think like that. I've already seen on his Instagram he's already on the Watt bike. in his hotel room in the quarantine. That's his mindset's about keeping fit and now working towards a Blues season. So I don't think it's about he's earned that. I think every player is going to have to earn their spot again, and that's through the performance. So like Frizzell was pretty clean in the Bledisloes as well here in New Zealand, and when he went over there and he got rested a bit, and then Aki took his moment. So now there's great competition in that space. And I think the most important thing is if they can perform for their clubs, and that's what excites me. If all these Blues players can come and perform for the Blues, and it gives us a great opportunity to achieve, but also for all the other players going back to their franchises. I don't think it is about thinking, oh, I'm there, because that's when you'll fall over.